Hey y'all, I want to talk to you about a couple of bass baits. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day saying if I could just pick two baits to fish for bass for the rest of my life, and I'm primarily talking soft plastics, but I think I would even pick these two if I just had two baits that I could fish for the rest of my life for bass. It would be these two baits. First is a Zoom trick worm. Second is a Zoom baby brush hog. Both these baits are very versatile, but I want to start talking about the trick worm. This one here is a watermelon moon dust. Great, beautiful color. It's one of the things I love about Zoom baits. I mean, you just see you spin this bait, it's got all kinds of color on it. They come in hundreds of colors, but it's incredibly versatile. Most of the time when I fish a trick worm, I'm fishing it weightless with just a bass hook, fishing it close to the top, maybe sinking a little bit. You can just count it down, let it sink. If I want it to sink just a little bit more and still keep that crazy trick worm action that it gets, I'll put a little split shot ahead of it. But you can fish it on a Texas rig, you can fish it on a Carolina rig. You can wacky rig it. I've caught fish wacky rigging trick worms before, or shaky head. It's a great shaky head bait, very versatile, lots of colors. I highly recommend it. The second bait is the Zoom baby brush hog. Not the brush hog, though that's a good bait as well. This one's quite a bit smaller. Baby brush hog here. This one here is in Clark Hill crawl. Obviously very crawfish looking color here. But again, another very versatile bait. A lot of guys like to throw lizards or crawfish or worms or minnows. Being kind of a creature bait, and I know some folks might not call it that. I think it does a good job of imitating all of those things. For me, both of these baits, particularly this bait here, is a year-round bait. You can catch fish winter. You can catch them in the spring, catch them in the summer, catch them in the fall. I mostly fish this on a Texas rig or on a shaky head. I've caught fish doing both of those things. You could also Carolina rig it. I don't do a whole lot of Carolina rigging, but both these baits are baits that I keep in what I call my go bag. I've got a little bag that stays in the car. That way, if I have a few minutes to fish somewhere, find a retention pond, river, creek, got a few minutes, everything I need to catch fish in freshwater in eastern North Carolina is in that bag. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime. But you got to have some Zoom trick worms in a bunch of colors, and you got to have a few baby brush hogs. Get these baits, and I promise you can catch some bass if you work them right. Guys, go fishing. It's cold. Hope spring comes soon. Get out there, enjoy God's good gift to us through his common grace of the outdoors.